Yeah. No,
You can't do it.
yeah. Some of the owners are trying to trademark "we buy houses," but it's a phrase. It's whatever. Bullshit. So bandit signs. I love bandit signs. I would say you gotta put at least 20 out per week, minimum. To be able to generate
How
some
many
business.
deals or leads like did you get from bandit site?
So if you put 20 per week, you should get about 2 to 3 phone calls maybe, depending on where you put the signs. And the good thing about bandit site calls is that you need very little calls to convert to an appointment. It's a pretty motivated person. From what we've seen from our experience, minimum 20 a week. If you could do more, there's people I know that do 5 to 7 deals a month on bandit signs only in Texas, but they put out like 300 signs a month or something.
Yeah, I used to know that somebody was doing like 200, like at times. It wasn't like, consistent. It was like 200, and that's it.
Was he doing
and in a weekend, they were off.
That's why you guys do it on a weekly basis.
Right.
Oh, if you have time to do it, do it. If not, we get our signs from dirtcheapsigns.com, yellow signs, and get a big black marker and write "we buy houses" or write, Raul buys houses, whatever you want. And your phone number. Make a Google Voice number. Make sure you don't put yourself.
Do you recommend using like CallRail or something better?
Yeah, I mean, if CallRail.
That is free though.
Yeah, Google Voice is free, but if you have a little bit of money, CallRail is $30 a month, and you get 10 phone numbers. I recommend CallRail. There's also Grasshopper. Door knocking we spoke about. Cold calling we spoke about. Lists we kind of spoke about, and I'm going to go a little deeper. Real estate agents and networking. So we still do a lot of deals through real estate agents. Basically, just if you have access to MLS and you know your buyers, it's a little tricky because it's you got to put up escrow deposits. There's very short inspection periods. There's a lot more professionalism that goes into doing deals from realtors. But the way you do it is just find the deal online if you have access to MLS and make them an offer. And make a bunch of those and follow up a bunch of times until you get a deal. Pretty much that simple.
What's the best way to make a relationship with a realtor so they do comps for you?
So they do comps for you.
Yeah.
I mean, you should be doing comps.
No, but like doing MLS comps, for example.
It's better you do Zillow comps unperfectly than ask a realtor to do that. Doesn't your dad have MLS access?
Yeah.
Just give his MLS access, man.
But I feel like me doing Zillow comps here.
Well, I ran my business on Zillow comps for 2 years.
Zillow is
I
not
did
so bad. None of them bullshit.
150 deals on Zillow comps. Yeah.
Well,
you just
the
gotta
trick
be
is
careful.
on the cash sales as well, so.
Yeah, between Zillow comps and public records, is you have way more than enough that you need.
Yeah.
We started using REI Automator. It's pretty good on comps. Or don't you have some kind of software that you told me?
Yeah. Actually, RWW.
Yeah, you can do comps there.
You can use PropStream also.
PropStream,
I use Refax.
ReaFax. Oh, we're talking about the earlier.
And if you
Oh, yeah,
want
of
to
course,
get
that's what I
aggregated
use.
discount code,
Yeah.
yeah.
How much now?
It's for one county, I think it's like 150. No, that's for all counties.
150 per month.
Yeah.
A month? Okay.
Yeah. So.
But it has a CRM and everything.
Yeah, it has a
That's
CRM.
good.
Get some CRM that links to MLS, I would say. Or you get your dad's MLS, or maybe find a friend. I'd rather you find a friend or somebody that lets you the MLS access than ask a realtor to do comps for you.
If your dad is
it's not
a
like-
realtor,
yeah.
he can
They're-
make you his assistant.
They're lazy enough. Imagine them doing stuff. So, and then the GoSection.com, we spoke about it. Let's go next. All right. So top 3 marketing channels: direct mail, cold calling, and bandit signs. So this maybe is worth taking a picture of. This is literally like top 3 marketing channels and what to do. Buy a list, send it to mail house, set up a phone number, answer calls live, and go on appointments. Cold calling, use the same list, buy more, vacant, tax default, probate, etc. Skip trace in bulk, use a dialer, dial 400 to 600 per session.
I have a question regarding the
Yeah.
signs, because I'm in the sign business, and what are the restrictions when you go out and, just drop those signs? 'Cause I work with every city in Florida,
Yeah.
literally, and then
It's all
the
illegal.
permits are a fucking pain in the
Yeah,
ass.
it's a ton. He does a lot about
Every,
that.
yeah, we put them out for people, and in every county in the state of Florida, it's a code violation. There are some cities like, and I'll give you a couple of examples, Miami Gardens, Margate. It is a municipal crime, meaning a police officer can arrest you. North Miami Beach, North Miami as well. I mean, they can arrest you and put you in jail. I had to go beg for one of my guys. We don't put signs out in Miami Gardens.
Oh, whatever it is, Miami Beach and Surfside, all that area in Collins is just
Yeah.
one of the
No,
worst
no,
cities.
I'm talking Miami Gardens.
No, I
People
know.
think it's like this big, rough, bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
But they will arrest you and put you in jail for putting up signs.
Wow.
In fact, they'll arrest you for holding up a sign. We have that as well, and they try to arrest my guys for that as well.
So I would avoid, obviously, some of those cities, avoid neighborhoods that are very nice. Avoid Coral Gables, avoid Pinecrest, avoid Aventura, avoid Miami Beach. I mean, use a little bit of common knowledge, you
You
know?
can get away with Coral Gables, just don't put it on Miracle Mile or in front of UM.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, use a little bit of common knowledge, something that's we've never really gotten in trouble for. We put it in a Walmart little parking lot, put it in a Home Depot parking lot, Publix parking lot, in not Coral Gables and not Miami, Liberty City, Opalaka. We still put in Miami Gardens, maybe we shouldn't, but put in Miami Gardens there, things like that. So, yes, it's a risk, but if you're putting 20 signs a week, don't put your phone number. If they call you, if the code enforcement calls you, just hang up and block the number for.
Put them up to the A-frames?
Yeah,
The A-frames?
the H. Yeah. So cold calling, we got that, and then abandoned signs, picked up areas, Home Depot, Walmart, major avenues. Yellow signs with black handwriting, stay consistent, to answer calls live. These are hot. Something that's really important with these off-market stuff. You gotta do your best to answer these calls live. Before, people used to teach that they go to voicemail. This doesn't fly anymore. You gotta answer these things live. Even if you're on the road and you don't have a pen and paper, just answer and tell them, hey, I'll call you back in 10 minutes when I pull over, when I go to a coffee shop. Answer it live. Believe me.
That's why audio is so important, because they record it, right?
Yeah, it records it. Google Voice has a feature you can record it.
Or you can just have an app.
Have an app, whatever.
What do you say, 4 to 600 per session dial? 4 to,
Dials.
what's the per session, per day or?
Per session, let's say if you're gonna dial, make sure that you set up enough time to do this much.
Okay.
It's my recommendation. You could do 100, but you're not
No,
gonna get
it's
anywhere.
asking,
You know what I'm saying?
Since you-
It's gonna be demotivating for you if you spend only enough time to do 200. Because you're just gonna go nowhere, somewhere. Nowhere, somewhere. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
As part of if you do this every day, you should get 1 to 2 appointments every day. So you're at least going somewhere in your mind, right? It's a pretty high burnout type of thing. All right, well next, let's see what we got. What do I say for these leads? The mail leads, cold call, or not really cold call, maybe some other one. So, hi, my name is Ro from We Buy Houses, I may help you. As if you answer a call live, a bandit sign, or maybe even a cold call lead that they're like, hey, I'll call you back. Very typically, people who call me are interested in getting a cash offer for your house. Do you have 5 minutes to speak? Yes? Awesome, tell me a little about your house. Beds, bath, is it remodeled? What does it look like? How long have you owned it? What's the kitchen like? What's the roof like? Etc., etc., etc. Get the information you want to know about the house. Quick question, looks like a nice property. Why are you interested in selling? This is extremely important, it's the motivation part. Remember when Adrian was talking, he said, oh, they're highly motivated? The higher motivated, the higher dollars you'll make. Great, thanks for that info. I would love to give you an offer. It looks like something I can buy. Can I see it tomorrow at 11 a.m., 3 p.m., whatever times you guys are available? A lot of people teach to buy houses over the phone. I'm okay with that. I think if you're just starting, you should go on at least 50 appointments before you can start buying houses over the phone. I'm not against it. I think it's a great idea. But I think if you actually want to buy houses over the phone, you got to meet people face to face at least 50 times, 50. It's a number I kind of just came up with through experience. Does everybody get this? This is like a script, right? Obviously it goes a little more complex, but this is 80% of the script. All right, next. So, all right, closing the deal in person. This was what we were talking about a little bit. Set the stage. I have a ninja trick if you're an agent. So when you get to the house, right? You answered the call, you made a cold call, you made the appointment, you get to the house. The first thing you do is what's called set the stage. Hey, my name is Raul. We spoke on the phone a little bit. I'm going to take about 15 to 20 minutes to walk around the house. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to ask you some questions. Some of them might be hard questions, but then you can ask me any question you'd like, and we'll try to do a deal today. If we can, that's awesome. If we can't, that's okay too. We don't buy every house we see. Let's set the stage. What did I do there? I told her or him, whoever, exactly what we're going to do on this appointment. What am I here for? I'm here to buy your house. How am I going to do that? I'm going to walk around, I'm going to ask you questions, I'm going to make an offer. I'm here to do a deal today, but if we can't, that's okay too. Make sense? If you're an agent, or if you know an agent, if you don't know an agent, now you do. We're, obviously have agents here. So if you go on this appointment, another thing you could say in the set the stage is, hey, I'm here to make you an offer and all that. And if that doesn't check out for you, if it makes sense, we have a really good team of agents that will be able to get you probably a little bit higher price if the house is in good conditions and makes sense for that. Does that make sense? Cool. So that is set the stage. Then tour the house with report, meaning walk around, make friends with the people. Hey, is that your dog? Is that your cat? Is that your kids? Become their friend. PIP question, that's problem impact picture, meaning what's the problem? Why are you motivated to sell? How is that impacting you? What does the picture perfect thing look like for you? At this point, you determine is there enough motivation to continue moving forward. If they're like, oh no, I love this place, I just called you because I was bored today. Probably at that point, if it was me, I'll say, hey, that's no problem. I appreciate you being upfront with me. Based on what I see, I can offer you $100,000, whatever the offer is, and I'll just take it or leave it. It's not worth spending more time with someone who's not motivated. But the key is you have to have done this pretty well. Meaning, hey, this looks like a nice house. It's a great neighborhood. Why do you want to sell this house? Well, why are you interested in getting a cash offer for this? Oh, I want to move. I'm sick. I just inherited it. I don't have money. Blah, 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 blah. Those are good stuff. I just got divorced, etc., etc. The motivation, deal killers. This is really important. Hey, is there, I want to continue with this. This looks like something we could definitely do. Is there anyone that would benefit from hearing this information? Is there anyone that would be upset if you did this deal without the deal killer? You know how sometimes, are any of you guys in sales right now? Sales job? So how many times has it happened that you're so close and then they bring up, I need to talk to my husband, I need to talk to my wife, etc., etc. So if you want to avoid that forever, you put deal killers before your presentation. The two things I'll get to you right now. The two things in real estate in this that you need to do a deal is motivation and deal killers. Motivation.
Wouldn't you make sure that all decision makers will be on the appointment before?
Yeah. So when you do that, you try to make sure that it doesn't always happen perfectly. And there's tons of times that they're there, but then all of a sudden they come up with a husband or wife or whatever. Right. So deal killers, very important. Transition question is, hey, I just want to make sure I've answered all your questions before I get into my offer. Cool. Hey, if I give you an offer, it's okay if you don't, this is the commitment part. If I give you an offer, it's okay if you don't accept it. I just want to know that I have your commitment that you can speak to me honestly if you like it or you don't. Commitment. And then presentation negotiation, which is, hey, kind of what I spoke about earlier. I would love to buy it for 70, but I could get closer to 100 based on what I saw. And then you negotiate back and forth based on your highest number. I always like to end, if I'm in a hardcore negotiation, I'm at 100, they're at 120, but I know I can go up to 110. I like a really odd number, so I'll say, I'll be like, let me walk around. I'll walk around, and I'll say, hey, I'll write on a piece of paper. The best I can do is 109, 532.22 cents. And it's just a way to yeah, it works very, very well. It's just, it's a mental thing. So it's a psychological thing that basically says, I'm giving you every cent I have for this house. So that's just a little trick.
Good question. When you go to the appointment, you haven't done the title search on the property, of course. You just put it as a contingency on the contract, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, so on the contract we put clear of liens, violations, and open permits. So, yeah.
Well, maybe knowing that info might help you negotiate, right?
Correct.
Right?
Correct. But yes, and you could, if you're going on like 2 to 5 appointments a week, I would do that if you know how. We're going on like 15, so we literally spend hours upon hours just doing title searches for
On money.
money for no reason. So it depends if you know how to do that. All right, so this, I know this is like, it was a very brief way to explain it, but does everyone kind of get it? Everyone understand? Yeah, Lee?
When you got under a contract, how you explain for them the showings?
So I say that, hey, look, when we're signing, I'll say, hey, look, we are, so in order for me to complete the transaction and make everything go smooth, we need to have some of our contractors come in and maybe some of our partners come in to verify the repairs and verify the conditions.
And usually how many showings you do?
2 to 3.
Just on his point, when you're first starting, or when you just start doing this, is when you really worry about title searches, and then you're gonna pay like $200-300 to a title company. Once you start doing it enough times, my title company doesn't charge me for title searches anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't even bother asking for them.
Yeah, exactly. so yeah, title search thing is good. All right, let's go next. So here's some of the people that have worked with us and gotten some results. So Kevin, he started with us within 2 weeks, got his first deal, profiting $9K. It was pretty cool. William Dennis, I mentored him. He got 6 deals in 4 months. He now runs his own business and owns rental properties and stuff. Young kid too. He was on Max Maxwell's YouTube channel. Max Maxwell's like a wholesaler that has a bunch of YouTube followers and stuff. Pretty cool guy. So you could hear his story there. Jules Clayman, he was an acquisitions guy with us. First deal, he earned like $7,500 in commission. It was like a $78,000 deal or something he got off market from our mail. That was pretty cool. Rodrigo, actually behind the camera, got first sale within 2 months. Shortly after, got cold call sale and made over $3K in commissions fairly quickly. So it just shows you that it can happen pretty quick if you really just put the effort. It's the only reason I put this thing up here. Go next. So all this makes sense, right? Like we all talked about what this is, wholesaling, how to find the deals, where to find the phone numbers, where to find the list, where to find this, where to find that. The only reason why you will fail and not do anything is because no one is holding you accountable. It's the reason that the Navy SEALs have drill instructors or drill sergeants, whatever, telling them what to do every hour of the day. Every hour is a little aggressive, but you know, they're also the Navy SEALs. And 2 things happen when you have someone that's really strict on you. You either do what you have to do or you don't. But you know what happens? You decide that very fucking quickly. Other than taking months of your life trying to do something lackadaisically and then nothing happens. But if you have someone that every month or every week or whatever is telling you, yo, you gotta do this, did you do it? Yo, you gotta do this, did you do it? You either do it or you fail and give up. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes this business, sometimes whatever path you choose is not for you, but it's better to know that quickly because time is very valuable. So if any of you, or if you guys know anybody that actually wants to take this serious, like I said earlier, I'm looking for 5 people that I would like to coach. It'll be like a monthly basis, about 2 sessions with me every month, coaching and telling you guys what you're missing, what you gotta do, and it'll be like focused on you. It'll be like an action plan, to-do list type of thing. It's not some philosophical type of thing. It's like, hey, buy this list, put it on the caller, put it on the dialer, dial 600, tell me what happened. Next call would be, okay, you got these leads, this is what you do with them, etc., etc. So, and 2 things happen, like I said. Either you're gonna do what I say, you know, I think I put here, like, I will be a hard ass and a drill sergeant in your ear, because it's the only way that you're gonna get legitimate results. And I really wouldn't care about your feelings, I just care that you make money. Because if you're gonna pay me money to help you make money, if I don't make you money, then I look really bad. So I don't care how bad it might look, but I will guarantee that you get something, some money. So if that's something that you or you know anybody will be interested in, rollbluefit.com and then click on free sessions on the top right corner. All right, go next. And then I spoke a little bit about an online course that I did. It's a really cheap course. I did it. It took me about a day, maybe a lot of hours, but it took me a while. And it's a mind map, so it looks like this. And it has cold calling, bandit signs, and you click this and it opens up videos on how to find the list. Videos on our websites or how to skip trace the list. All these things, text message marketing, analyzing deals, videos of how to analyze a deal, how to speak with the seller. There's like recordings of me and there's recordings of our team speaking with sellers, a bunch of stuff. Contracts, spreadsheets. We have our contracts on there, the spreadsheets we use, videos on how to do stuff, statistics, numbers, mindset, call record, etc. Okay. Go next. It's $97. You can get it at rolls5kplan.com. It's not to make me rich, it's to help you guys out for a decent amount of money, right? Go next. So another couple ways that we can work together. We're hiring, like I said, we're hiring about 2 people in the next couple weeks or so. We'd love for us to talk if that interests you, or if you know people that are like salespeople, maybe looking for another role, maybe not happy where they're at. We have both paid, meaning like hourly plus commission, and commission only. So we have two spots available on that. So these are some of our things. We're not very corporate, we're results driven. It's a good way to learn from the business. Right? You can partner with us on a deal. We will buy your deal. We can partner and split profits. Or if you hunt us addresses and send it to us on a simplified spreadsheet, we can pay you $1 per address. Because then we'll do mail and all that stuff. Or, last one,